Hey guys, it's Londyn and today we are going to be doing a get ready with me video. So I am just going to talk through and you guys can get ready with me. So it is about as hot as Hades out here. So I hope you guys can't hear my ceiling fan going, but ooh, Lord. But yeah, and half these products I'm using I haven't even hauled yet. So if you're wondering why I'm not saying what I'm using, that is kind of why, because it's just, I have not hauled that stuff yet, so, but I will, don't worry, I will totally haul, and like, I'm trying to not look down too much, so I kind of have my mirror angled where, oh, I have a little stray hair, where I don't have to look down too much, but you know. So, first things first, I like to get started with my eyebrows. So I'm going to use some of my new brushes that I got, and I absolutely love these because they are red, and just look at, look at this fan brush. I mean, luxurious, right? So I'm going to get started with my eyebrows, and I can't wait until we, well, I don't know if I'm actually going to do any lashes today. I don't know. We'll have to see. Now with my eyebrows, I know that there's always like an angled eyebrow brush that like your kit usually comes with, but I actually prefer to use something smaller. Like this is the e.l.f. concealer brush, and I like to just use this one. I just feel like it gets a little more done for me than the angled brush, especially because I'm kind of like clearly new to making my eyebrows be on fleek. So I don't want to look cray cray la funky. So I need more of like a brush, not an angled brush, because your girl is no profesh at this point in time. So yeah. I really don't have like any, oh god, that looks crazy. I don't have any like particular way that I do it. I kind of just go in and kind of just fill in where I feel like needs to be. And then I'm going to go in with my spoolie anyway to kind of redo it. And this is what I hate, is I hate doing this left brow because clearly I am a right-handed person, and this does kind of make it be a smidgen difficult when you're trying to fill this in. So let's now go ahead and take my spoolie and see what we can do, see what exactly we are working with. And the thing is, some people have like these amazingly like perfect brows every day and they always look the same. And I try to keep mine looking, generally speaking, the same. But to be quite honest with you, sometimes I like my brows to be a little bit different. Some days I like them to be heavier than other days. Some days I like them to be a little bit lighter. So some days I'll use like a powder. Some days I'll use more of like a pomade. Some days I'll use a brow mascara. It really just kind of depends on how I'm feeling at the moment, and how I kind of feel like my brows are turning out overall. So today I kind of want to do a like Rise of the Phoenix look with my like Kat Von D palette, because I absolutely love it, and it's the Monarch palette. And of course I have not hauled that yet because I'm just a little lazy there, and I kind of really love my eyebrows right now. I just want to do a little bit more, I think, on this end. And this is the thing, is like sometimes I watch these beauty videos And people leave these like just hateful comments on the bottom, like, you should have done this and you should have done this. And the thing about makeup is not even every makeup artist does makeup the exact same way. They all have their different techniques that they use. It really is whatever works for you. I'm not a professional. I'm not an MUA in any way, shape, or form. I'm just a girl who likes makeup, and this is how I put my makeup on. Things may change from time to time because I watch different videos and I go, oh, I really like how she did that application. And then sometimes it's just, you know, the way I've always done it. So if my way that I'm doing it is not the same way as your way, it doesn't mean my way is wrong. It doesn't mean your way is wrong. It doesn't mean like, oh, she doesn't know what she's doing. It doesn't mean that you don't know what you're doing. It means that we're people and people put makeup on differently. It's just, you know, it's really whatever works for you. That's the best thing about makeup, is that it's whatever works for you, however you happen to like your makeup to be. Your makeup doesn't have to be perfect for anybody else but yourself. And I think that that is the most important thing to remember, is that it's your face, it's your makeup. It doesn't have to be perfect for anybody but you. If you want your brows to look like two caterpillars kissing, hey, rock with it, because it is your brow and it's what you like. At the end of the day, it's what you like. So don't let people discourage you and make you think that you have to do it you know, a certain way, because you totally and completely just do not. So once I get done with my brows, I like to go in, I know a lot of people don't like this, but the whole concealer thing, but it's actually, I don't use a concealer set. I use a contouring set, and I only do my under eye part though, and I use a concealer that matches me. I don't use, or not a concealer, well, I guess you can call it a concealer. I mean, it's from my contouring kit, but this color matches me, so I would never use this as a contour color because it just matches my skin too much. But I just like to go underneath this bottom part, simply because I just like to clean it up. Now, I have done the top and bottom before, and that can look a little bit like you gave your brows a straight edge up, and that can look a little crazy. On some people, it looks amazing, and I'm like, oh my god, I wish that looked that good on me, but it doesn't, so we won't be trying that again. But I do like to just clean up this underneath. When I say clean up, I mean just because, especially because like today I used the pomade, you can have a little bit of, I guess you would call it fallout from the pomade, where it kind of has black smudge or a brown smudge or whatever color pomade you use, that happens underneath your brow, and I don't like that, because then A, it looks muddled, and B, it can look a little like, what was she doing? And because even though I used to shave my eyebrows, which is why they're kind of sort of thin, and I wish I had like just naturally thick eyebrows, but I have lately been plucking them, and you can see like the little pluck marks. I must have been plucking really hard, because I had like literally like somebody had shaved and there was like blood marks. I was like, what did I just do? So I like to kind of like cover that up, and it just makes it look nice, crisp, and clean underneath. So that's just what I like to do. Now I like to take that same color that I just used, and I put it all over my whole eye. I know some people don't do that. They just use like a straight primer on their eye. But just in case I don't want to highlight my brow, which sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, I like to have like basically a foundation or a concealer color that matches your skin, so that way you don't look crazy. You don't look like you have this like light area that doesn't look finished on your eye. So as you can see, like I could just wear this eye if I wanted to. Nothing looks, you know, too heavy or uncolored or miscolored or anything like that. So, and the thing is, I always keep a little like makeup face wipe and a tissue next to me while I'm doing this, so I can wipe my fingers off, so I can wipe my brushes off. Yeah, so I can do all that stuff. So the next thing that I do, oh my gosh, is I go in with a waterproof eyeshadow primer. I know you're probably like, girl, why are you going in with eyeshadow primer? Didn't you just go in basically with like a concealer? Why, yes I did. But this is just the way that I like to do it. I like to put that on, and I like to take an eyeshadow primer, and I like to rub this in I like my eyeshadow primers. Like, I had eyeshadow bases, but um, I don't like how they are. And I guess that's kind of like what I do when I put on like the concealer or the cream foundation on my eyes. I'm creating the base, and then the primer is just creating that like sticky area for my eyeshadow to go. So I guess I'm doing like a 2-in-1 because I don't like the eyeshadow bases that are out there, like the MACs or the NYX ones. And like my eyes are like nice and sticky now. I love it. Yes, I feel like I can continue on at this moment. And this is where I like to do my eyeshadow. I used to do my eyeshadow last, but then I would have fallout, and then it's really hard to kind of wipe up the fallout. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm using my Kat Von D Monarch palette, which of course I have not hauled yet, so I will have to do a little haul for that. Or maybe I have hauled it by the time this video is up. Who knows? So if I have hauled it, kudos to me, and you know, you've already seen it. If I haven't hauled it, I will be hauling it at some point. So like I said, I'm going for a Black Swan, Rise of the Phoenix. So it's going to be very dark. And again, with eyeshadow, everybody does it differently. Some people immediately go in with like a nice crease blending color. Some people do an all over color first. Some people do their highlight first. Some people do their actual lid first. Some people pack on their lid. Some people go ahead and they just brush on the lid. And for me, it really just depends on the day. I have no rhyme or reason to how I do my makeup. Girl, I just put it on. So again, I want to use my new brushes because they're so fabulous. And I got those brushes from Amazon, and I will link those down below because were very inexpensive, and they honestly, they feel really, really, really good. They smell a little weird, but they feel really good. So I think I'm going to do my lid first, and I'm going to use this brush right here. And this looks like, why do people do this? Let me be a real beauty guru. I'm going to use this for my lid, and I'm going to pack it on. So for this one, I'm going to pack on this black color for my Monarch palette. And let me tell you, Kat Von D, this girl did the thing when she did her palettes. They're just so beautiful, the colors that are in these palettes, and they are so highly pigmented. Oh my goodness. I mean, highly, highly, highly pigmented colors. I just absolutely love it. And the best thing I like about makeup is that it doesn't matter if you think that you messed up. To me, there's no mess ups in makeup because you can always go back and do something else with it, and it just makes it look like perfection. So just remember that, is that there are no mess ups in makeup. Even if you think you've messed up, you haven't. Just play around with it, add something else to it, and you know, make something beautiful out of something you thought you messed up. So don't get frustrated with yourself, because I used to get frustrated with myself and say, I'm not applying this right. Why does this person's crease look so beautiful and mine doesn't? And A, it takes time. B, it takes practice. C, everybody's eye is different. Everybody's application is different. You just have to learn what works for you when it comes to that. Now, for me, oh God, I love this black. Some people will be like, wow, you're packing on so much black. But I just really, really, really want this to be nice and like mega dark. And I'm not getting necessarily fallout from it. It's the way that I'm applying it. It's giving me a little extra in places where I don't necessarily want extra to be at. And this is where these wipes come in good, because if I had my foundation on, I would be wiping away my foundation or my concealer at this moment, and that would be a total and completely no bueno. So that's why I do my eyeshadow first. So I'll leave that brush out, and then I'm not going to use any of my new ones to blend with necessarily. I'm going to use one of my other brushes. Because I don't want a brush that's too hard. I want a brush that's kind of fluffier to blend with this. So I'm going to use this brush, and I got this one off of Amazon also. And this is just a nice kind of like fluffy medium brush, because you don't want it to be too hard. Because because if it's too hard, it's going to take off a lot of the color. And all I'm trying to do really is go around the edges and kind of just smooth them out a little bit before I start on my next color. So it's just going to smooth those edges out a smidgen before I go ahead and start on my next color. So, and I always leave the one that I use all over my eyes, I always leave that brush out because sometimes I didn't pick up any more color. I just, whatever was left on the brush, but sometimes you just want to go back in and do that. So now I want to go in to my crease. And for that one, I'm going to use this one. And this is just like a medium kind of fluffy brush. And I'm going to now use this beautiful brown shade that she has in the palette. Let me kind of show you guys this. I first used this black shade, and now I'm going into my crease. I'm using this beautiful orange. So this was all over. This is this beautiful orange that I'm using right now. So, and I've never done this look before, so this could come out like a total and complete just hot mess. But I suppose that we will find out together, right? And sometimes when you do your eyeshadow first, you're like, oh, I don't really like this, and it has to all come together with your foundation and your blush and mascara and lipstick. It's kind of like hair. Like sometimes you don't like your hairstyle until you put your makeup on and put your clothes on, and it all kind of comes together. Now I do both close my eye and open my eye when I'm applying my eyeshadow. I close my eye because I want to get into really good into the crease, and then also keep my eye open because I want to then see where I still need to put a little bit more. So I'm using a e.l.f. Flawless Concealer brush, and this one is a lot puffier than my last blending brush, and this one is because I want to blend, but I don't want too much of the color to kind of go away. And now I'm blending like all over, like the black and this burnt orange color. So, and that's the thing too, is like blend out as much as you want. Everybody thinks you have to blend your eyeshadows to like this perfect gradient way, and not everybody likes that. Not everybody likes it to look that gradient. Some people like it to look a little harsher, and some people like it to look more like it was a natural gradient flow. Again, it is all up to you. Do not, follow trends if you don't want to, and do not allow videos or people to tell you how you need to do your makeup. Now, I really like this because this blended out nicely. As you can see, I blended it up kind of very high. Oh, I have something in my eyeball. Very high, so you just, give me that face. I really like that. So yes, and then I'm going to, of course, take the brush that I had the black on. I just want to pack a little bit more on because I don't want to go through and pick up any more product because I don't want to make it look like clearly I went back and put more black on, but I just want to add a little more where more brown got in. And I'm telling you, if you guys have not bought any Kat Von D products, the Monarch palette was the very first thing I ever bought from her, and I just started shopping at Sephora last month in May. And I'm already almost at VIB Rouge, so clearly this is a problem that needs to stop. But this, I'm telling you, these eyeshadows are just absolutely amazing. And then the next thing that I'm going to do, I keep having something on my eyelash. Do you ever feel like that where you keep doing that but nothing's coming off? So I think it's an eyelash that's just actually hitting me. So because I wanted to do a very dramatic eye, I'm not going to go in with any side like color because I already have the black. I already have this beautiful like burnt orangey brown. But I am going to go ahead and do my highlight on my eyebrows. And for that, I'm going to use this new brush. And it's probably more of like a lip brush. But I like to use this as my highlight brushes so that way I can just get in there. And I'm going to be using this color from the palette as a highlight. And it's just this goldy color because your girl is an Oreo. She's a little bit of a caramel. So for me, I have tried to highlight before, and see, I'm just kind of patting this on a little bit, just following the natural arch of my eyebrow. But I have tried to put on more of a silvery color before. Oh my god, I looked like a hot little mess. I mean, it looked like straight up ash. So it did not really work out for me. I find that people who are have some color to them, whether it's natural, whether it's tanned, look a little bit better when they have more of like a goldy on top. Now, of course, that's too harsh and that needs to be blended out. And I'm blending this out with the e.l.f. eyeshadow C brush. And I'm just going up here. And this is more of a dense brush, so it feels a little bit harder. But I like it because it is going to blend this out a little bit better. Because I do want this to be nicely blended up here at the top. So I usually pull my eye like this just to get it really nice. And you can see the difference between the two sides. This is a little bit harsher and that's blended out. So yeah. And then like I'll go back through and I'll spoolie my eyebrows just to ensure that the hairs haven't come out of place. I mean, you do kind of want to be a little bit careful. You know, you don't want to completely have to redo your eyebrows all together. That would be a no bueno. So that is the eye look so far, and I really, really love it. Like I said, I've never done this eye look before, but yes, we are just playing in makeup today, doing a little get ready with me. And the funny thing is, we're doing a get ready with me, and ladies and gentlemen, I ain't going nowhere. I'm going right downstairs. It is Sunday fun day. It's hot as all Hades outside, and I think I'm probably going to see if there is some Real Housewives of New York episodes that I have not seen. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to be doing with the remainder of my day. So now at this point, I don't think I'm going to be putting eyelashes on today. I think I want to keep it because everything else is so dramatic. I think I want to keep it just a little bit less dramatic because I am going to also be lining my eyes here with this waterproof liner, which of course, again, I don't think that I've hauled this, but this is just Wet n Wild. It's like 99 cents or something. I really love some Wet n Wild stuff, except for the fact, I mean, the only problem with it is a little bit super liquidy, so you do have to be a little careful with your application because you can end up with some globby globs. So I just really like that, even though it's black shadow on the bottom, I think it just gives it like a little bit more of a pop. So yeah, so we'll then do this eye. And this look would look really nice with lashes if I were going somewhere. And sometimes like when I line the eye, sometimes I do line in sections and then I go back and do one straight line all over it. As you can see, like a little bit of liner got here on the bottom. So we'll just wipe that up before it sets. No big deal. And then clean up any little mishaps with the brush that had the black shadow on it. But I think we are pretty good. So let's go to the mascara at this point. If I can find it. Where are you? Where are you? Here we go. And I have been using this. It's just a sample of this Dior Show mascara that I got from Sephora. I actually got like 3 or 4 samples that came with my different orders, and I mean, it smells kind of like a face wash or a face lotion, a little bit medicine-y, but I just really love what this does for my lashes. And the thing is, when you open it, you don't have to turn it open. It just like pops open like that. So I think that is kind of neat because when I first got it, I was trying to like twist it, and I was like, why won't this freaking cap come off? Duh. It just pulls open. That shows you how many super high-end products I buy, because I totally did not know that. And even though this is kind of a dark look, I think that you could still wear this to work. And that's why I think like the no lashes and just doing a natural lash is good, because then you can wear it more to work or to the mall or someplace where you're not looking to be so glam, but you still want to like give it to them. Give it to them. Give it to them. You know what I mean? So now we will get started on the foundation. And I know I told you guys that me and MAC don't get along, but what I did get from them, which I haven't hauled yet, again, is the Prep and Prime Skin Smoother base. And this basically just looks like this. And this just goes on. It feels almost like petroleum jelly. You don't want to put too much on, because let me tell you, if you start to sweat, what happens is the sweat kind of like beads off of this, and you'll just have sweat sitting, like literally sitting on your face, kind of like you have Rain-X on your car. It will literally just bead off of your face. And yeah, but I have learned that, because I'm going to apply the Kat Von D foundation, I have learned that with the Kat Von D foundation, at first I was kind of like, I didn't know if I liked it so much. But what I learned was that you have to have a really good either moisturizer or primer. And for me, moisturizers get sucked into my skin so quickly that doesn't leave enough of a base for the Kat Von D foundation to really go on nice and smooth. And that's where I was having the problem. But with this, like, your skin stays very slick. So it doesn't, it goes into your skin, but like right now, if I touch this right here again, it's smooth, because it's supposed to smooth out the skin. So not only does this keep your skin very hydrated as far as smooth for an application of your foundation, but this is also supposed to be a skin smoother, so it's supposed to help your skin look a little better, because we all can use a little bit of help, right? So what I'm going to do is take one full pump of my Kat Von D Lock It Tattoo foundation in number 62. I did go ahead and I bought the full size of this. You guys know I had the sample size, and it is kind of like, it's a little orangey yellowy. But then what I also do is I have the Bare Minerals Bare Skin Pure Brightening Serum Foundation. And this is in Bare Maple number 17. And when you usually use this, you only need one to two squirts on a brush. So what I do is I mix this with the Kat Von D foundation, and I use like half a squirt, like literally, like you can see that it's like half a squirt. And that's just to kind of give me a little bit more color to my skin. I just take the back of a brush and I just kind of mix it in on my hand. And it doesn't make it like too dark or too light. It doesn't really change the color that much, but it gives it just enough of a color change. And so then I like to go in with, again, this is just a brush that I got off Amazon. It's a very it's very dense right here, but this is the one that I like to use for this particular foundation. And then I just like to go in and put it on. And the thing for me is that it is full coverage, but I like to cover my freckles. I have pretty clear skin, but my freckles is what I like to cover, because what I've noticed is, especially people who are like me and are of a mixed background, you tend to be blessed with freckles that are usually right here around the under eye part. And that's what I am blessed with. So I am blessed with a couple freckles because I am mixed. And it's not that I don't love my freckles, because I do. I think that they're totally cute. But sometimes I want to cover them up, especially if I'm using a full coverage foundation. I don't want everything else to look like it's full coverage, and then you still be able to kind of like see my freckles, because that just looks, it looks like he missed something. So I know you're probably like, girl, your foundation is going on so weird. And this is the first time I've not had to use like all of it on here. So, but this is definitely a foundation. I mean, I've watched people do this and they like don't have to work with this foundation at all. It just like seems like it's going on so easy, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And then I get it and I'm like, or not, like, what have you. But yeah, theirs just goes on super flawless. And I'm so sorry for this being such a long video, but again, this is a talk through video, and if you guys stay to the end, I totally appreciate it. And if you don't, I totally get it. So after I do that, I'm going to, let me take my beauty blender, which is already moist, and I'm just going to go back through and just give it like a once over. Now, I tried to do the beauty blender with this foundation first before, and it was a hot mess, because I'd seen some people do it. Oh my god, it was such a mess. Like this, for my skin, this just can't go on with the beauty blender first. But I put it on with a brush first, and then I go back through with a beauty blender just to kind of smooth it out a little bit. Where I feel like it needs to be smoothed out, or if I see like any like brush strokes or anything like that. Yeah, and so this is how much product I still have left over. So really, you probably can use half a pump of Kat Von D, and then you probably can mix it with any other foundation you have at home if for whatever reason you found out that you want the Kat Von D full coverage, but they don't necessarily have your shade. You can go back through and just mix it with a CoverGirl or anything like that, and you just need like literally half a pump of your other one. Now I am just going back in, and this is where my freckles are, and I'm just going to kind of messily just put on a little bit more, because I'm going to go back in with the beauty blender and just blend that out. And this beauty blender is like amazeballs. I used to have like the faux beauty blenders, and let me tell you, once you get the real beauty blender, oh my god, you will never ever go back to the fake ones again. Let me just tell you, because once you get the real thing, it is just so amazing. So there's the face. So yes, I will rinse off my beauty blender later. And I just take my wipe and I go back over my lips, because I hate seeing my lips with foundation on there. It like doesn't let me focus on anything else. And then I'm going to wipe off the foundation I have on the back of my hand. So you may say, wow, are you finished? Are you done? Or, you know, is everything done with that? You don't have to set this with a powder, but I choose to set it with a powder. And again, I have not hauled this, but I set it with the Kat Von D powder. And this is the Lock-It foundation powder, and this is the medium 64, and I just love this packaging. And I totally know at the beginning of the video I said that I wasn't going to say the products that I was using because I hadn't hauled them yet, but once again, fibbing, all the fibs. And I noticed that when I use a powder brush on this, it's getting like, I don't know, it's getting like a weird design thing on it. I don't know. Now, sometimes I use a concealer with this, but I don't think I need to use them right now. And the only reason why I use a powder is because the 62, I just felt like in the original foundation was just a little bit too light for me. I mean, once it oxidizes, it's all good, but I really like, sometimes you don't have an hour or two to let the foundation oxidize to its proper color. So I just wanted to have it be my color right away. And so I went ahead and just got a powder one shade up. And I believe that the 62 is for people who have yellow undertones, and the 64 is for people who have peachy undertones. And like, look at that. I feel like when they're paired together, it just makes the most perfect undertone. And this is why I don't go over my neck with the liquid foundation, and that is because I then go over it with the powder foundation. And I don't think you need to do both. So I think if your powder is the color for you, go over it over your foundation with the powder, then you'll be fine. So that is that. And oh God, guys, I just really, these Kat Von D products are just fleek. I'm telling you, fleek. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go in with some blush. And I'm going to use this brush that I got, I believe, in like an Ipsy bag last month. It's a Luxie 504 large angled brush. And I'm just going to take some NYX blush in cinnamon. It's kind of like a orangey color. And I'm going to put that. I always start off like this, where I just kind of dot it on first, put that on the kind of like the apples of my cheeks, and then I kind of go over. And everybody, again, with blush has a different way that they do it. Some people do just the apples, some people do the apples up. I kind of just, you know, whatever I think looks good, I do. Everybody's face is different, everybody's, how they feel that day is different. So come on now, look at that. That is just, oh God, guys, let me just tell you. Now you know that Kat Von D is real. That we used 2 foundation products and her eye stuff. You guys know that this is pretty much an amazing look, and I'm probably going to wear this look to work tomorrow because this is just too much. And you know, I'm going to go ahead and everything I used, even though I haven't hauled all of it, I'm going to list it all in the description box below, so that if you guys want to purchase any of it, you totally can. Of course, like this brush and stuff just came, you know, like I said, like an Ipsy bag. I will list my red brushes, but you can just use whatever types of brushes you have at home. Now I'm going to use a Sun and Bronze bronzing powder by NYX, and this is in Sun and Bronze. And it looks just like this. And we're about to get our highlight on. And for this, I'm just going to use this weird little brush, fanning brush that I have for my new set. I'm just going to rub that around. Ooh, load really nicely, and I'm just going to do this. And I don't know how much payoff this brush is going to give me, so I may have to go in with a different brush, but we'll see. Oh no, this is giving me a pretty good payoff. Okay. All right. Oh yeah. Oh, look at that highlight though. And now I want to go in, and I just want to take this brush. I just want to kind of make it be a little bit more blended. But I'm not going to pick up any more product from my actual container. And I just want to show you guys. Look at that highlight though, y'all. The highlight though. Damn, you're choked. All right. So last but not least, we're going to get this lipstick on. Now this is always the roughest part of the day because, heck, I don't ever know what kind of lipstick I want to do. But I do like to use my Tarte. And you guys probably cannot even see that because we are not going to focus today. But this is just the Tarte lip scrub. I like to use this right before I put my lip products on. And then I go through, wipe it off again with that same makeup wipe I've been using. Just find a clean spot on it. And Lord knows, there's not a whole bunch of clean spots on this. But find one. And then I go ahead and choose my lip shade. Now again, because we did go dark on the eye, I don't want to go dark on the lip. I did get these 3 samples or whatever, Bare Minerals. Okay, I have not hauled this. The Bare Minerals Nude Perfection. One is in Be Free, Speak Your Mind, and Make Your Move. Put it like this for you guys. And I think that I'm going to use this. This is the Speak Your Mind, and this is really, really pretty. Let me just swatch this for you guys. It's a really, really pretty kind of pinky color. Probably should do it this way. It's really, really pretty pinky color. That's Speak Your Mind, but I don't know if I want to go that pinky today. This one is Be Free. And this is just a nice, if you guys can see, a nice nude, but I think with the eyes, that nude might make me look a little bit too dead. I think I'm going to use this one, and this is the Make Your Move, and this is kind of like in between, you know, where it's not too dead, it's not too pinky. Let's try and see. We can always take it off, right? It's just lipstick. And I'm not a big liner of my lips. I know some people are, but that's just not me. Sometimes I line my lips depending upon the color, but for the majority, it's just a little too 90s for me. You know, when we all used to line our lips with the brown, what was that, Maybelline eyeliner. You line your lips and you put a little bit of that Vaseline in the middle and do a little. You guys know. You guys don't act like you don't know. And yeah, this is absolutely perfect. Yes, Moxie, Make Your Move, Bare Minerals. This is an absolutely perfect color for this look. And so this, guys, is my finished look. So I thank you guys so much for getting ready with me. I know this is a really, really long video. I hope that you stayed to the end. If you did, 2 enthusiastic thumbs up. This is my very first Get Ready With Me video, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want to see any more, let me know. If you guys would rather see a sped up version of Get Ready With Me videos or tutorials and you want to just hear me talk over the top, I can also do that, but I wanted to give this a try first. And guys, thank you so much for being here with me. I really, really appreciate it. I love all of you guys. I love the fact that you guys are helping my channel grow, that you want to see what I have to offer, and I learn from each and every one of you, and I love just making new friends every day. If you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. It is free, and then you can see more of me. And if you guys don't follow me on Instagram or Twitter, please do that. Both of them are at Londyn Brielle, and that is, of course, LONDYNBRIELLE. So I will see you guys later. I will see you in my next video, and thank you so much for stopping by. Bye, guys.